If you have met the same person just in different bodies, that's a demon. That is an entity. Let's talk about it. What is up, QC fam? It is Queen Chef, Chef Author Healer. I am a chef by trade, writer by gift, healer by nature, and I teach strategies around healing based in self-love concepts, energy alignment, purpose discovery, and addressing inner child wounds. So what I want to talk about today, if you have met the same person just in different bodies, different times in your life, that is most likely a demon. Now, when I say demon, don't get scared. Don't get all like, it's not all woo-woo. What I mean by demon, I just mean that is an energy that you are supposed to be overcoming. That is an energy that is coming either to destroy you or to teach you a lesson, and you destroy it and you move on. So no matter how you describe it, it's always to elevate you. So the lesson is to elevate you. It's not they come to destroy, but when you overcome it, you elevate. Like I've told you guys before, life happens in cycles. You graduate to different levels as you go through things, as you learn new things, you graduate to different levels, right? So I said that to say, let me explain. I'm going to start off like I try to all the time. I'm going to start off with personal experience, personal examples. So in my case, I'm going to use romantic situations, people I've dealt with or dated. I met this one particular energy. And the reason I'm saying energy and not person is because, listen, when we understand that a lot of the people that we deal with, a lot of situations we go through, when we understand that everything is energy and it's just about learning, applying what you've learned, graduating, growing, evolving to the next level, when we start to understand that, we will give the humans around us, the humans in our lives, a lot less power. I promise you. Because they really don't have that much power. A lot of them are being used by demons, used by entities to try to destroy, to create evil situations and scenarios, when in reality it's like they don't have no power. They only have the power you give them. But anyway, back to the story. So, personal experience. Met a person. This person was like more of a quiet individual. We dated for a few months. We actually dated for a while. Some time passed. We got back together later. Now, I'm not going to go into details about this individual. However, the point is, this particular energy, I grew to a point where I was around long enough to see like, this not for me. Let me let it go. I let it go, got back with this person after like months and months had passed, and it still was the same thing. And it's like, girl, like, so that's some years ago. Years go by. I meet someone who it's the same type of energy, right? And let me explain what I mean by that. So when I'm talking energy, I'm talking maybe personality type, their traits, the things they believe, the things that represent the old you, the part of you, the you that you're trying to get away from, the you that you're trying to grow away from, right? So that's what I mean when I'm saying energies. This person, the second time, this is, like I said, this is years later, mind you, same type of energy, but more charismatic, packaged differently, like in terms of physicality, body's different, hair is different, everything is different, but in terms of looks, but it's the same energy. It took me less time to notice, and at this time that I'm dealing with this person, I'm still not realizing what's going on. I'm still not realizing like, this is an energy, I need to get away from this, like it's hindering me in life. Like, I'm not connecting all of that yet. I'm gonna get to the end. I'm gonna tell you when I connected all that. Now, this time, like I told you, that first person, it was maybe a few months. We dated, we were together, broke up, months went by, got back together, was together again for a few months. And it was just like, no, this doesn't make sense. Next person, only together 2 months tops, 60 days tops. And then it was just like, this ain't it. You know, it's not it. Let it go. Just let it go. Did that. Right? When I tell you, a few months after breaking up with that person, I meet someone else. We didn't get into a relationship, and here's why, because this is when I started to recognize what was happening. I met this person, again, packaged differently, in terms of physicality. Only difference was, this time, it was the same energy, it was a little bit more subtle, and this person was a little bit more wealthy than any of those first individuals. This person had a lot going on for themselves as an individual, was, depending on who you are, depending on the type of woman you are, a lot more tempting, right? But this is when I realized what was going on. I'm like, person number 2 was like person number 3. Person number 1 is like person number 3 is like these other 2, but just the only difference is money. Like, that was literally the only difference, a lot more money than the other ones. And it's just like, what does this mean? So I started thinking about it. I start like processing and trying to break it down. And the conclusion I come to, the conclusion I understand is, and let me make it clear. I broke it off with that person. Like, even we never made it to a relationship, just talking. It was maybe 30 days. I don't know. But I just realized the pattern. My ability to recognize the patterns. Pattern recognition helps you a lot in your intuitive development. And then as you develop your intuition, then you really get to start working on your discernment as well. We're going to have a separate video. That's a whole separate video, and I'm going to talk about that soon too. But the point that I was making, I'm seeing the same energy just in different packages. So the same person, just in different packages. And that's why I've come to tell you, if you find yourself dealing with the same types of situations, the same types of people, the same things are happening to you, but in different relationships, and this doesn't always have to be romantic. It can be platonic friendships also. And same thing is happening. I'm finna wrap this up in a minute because, girl, it's hot. I'm sweating. The same things are happening just in different relationships with different people. That's the energy. And by that third time, what I learned is, okay, I'm still, something about me is still bringing in, still attracting the old stuff. So that's when I realized in my life, somewhere, I'm still straddling the fence. Somewhere, because why is that? I've done all this growing, all this evolving, all the things. Why is this, like, this particular energy, why is that even still drawn to me? Right now, what I will say, and where I gave myself credit, because I always want to acknowledge and give yourself credit for the growth that you do have, for recognizing. Don't want to beat yourself up. I used to be really bad about that. Each time, first person, it was months and months, and we did it twice, and it was like, no. Second time, it was a couple months, and it was just like, no. Next time, we didn't even make it to a relationship. It was 30 days of talking stage, and it was a wrap. So what I realized is this is the same energy. And in order to defeat this, I need to figure out why it's still attracted to me. And for me, what it was, I was still straddling the fence between my old self and my evolved self. I was still straddling the fence in what I felt I deserved, what I felt I could have. I was still straddling. Also, another thing it made me address is my lack mindset. That was a huge one, because as you look at the people, it's like, or the energies, you're weighing out the goods and the bads, you're weighing out the pros and the cons. But then I had to ask myself, like, if I don't like this particular thing, if it makes me feel uncomfortable, my intuition is, showing me little things, pointing out little things to pay attention to, but I still continue, why am I even considering pros and cons? And what I realized for me, it was a lack mindset that I still had to address. And I had to address that because, and the lack that I was thinking about was, well, there's not a whole lot of good men out here. There's not a whole lot of intelligent men, good conversationalists. I had that mindset that there just wasn't enough. There wasn't a lot. And so that was the thing that even had me weighing the pros and the cons. And in reality, it's like, there may not be a whole lot, but what's for you is for you. And if you keep straddling this fence with this lack mindset, you're never going to get to what is for you. You're never going to get to yours. You know what I mean? So whether you see a lot, whether you're experiencing a lot, it doesn't matter. When you get your energy right and you align with what you're supposed to be aligned with, what's for you is for you, and can't nobody stop that. It doesn't matter how many are available. What's yours is yours already. So I said all that to say, now you see why I started off the way I did. Like, yes, it is a demon, but their job is to try to destroy you, keep you down, keep you from evolving, keep you from growing. Your job is to recognize what's happening, figure out in you what is going on, why you keep choosing that, why you keep allowing it, and you destroy it simply by walking away. You don't let it destroy you. You walk away, and hopefully you walk away unscathed. If you do not, then you just do your healing work to recoup, rejuvenate, heal your wounds, whatever damage was done to you in those situations, in those relationships. You address those things head on, because everybody's is going to be different, right? But what I just want to show you is that pattern recognition. Start looking at it. start paying attention to it and recognize what it is. Same person, different bodies. That's a demon. That's an energy. You need to defeat it. Go ahead, please like the video. Please subscribe if you found it valuable. Leave me a comment. Leave me some hearts. Let me know you got value out of it. I appreciate that. Y'all know I'm just getting started on my YouTube journey again. Show me some love in the comments. Let me know so that I can continue to. And if you feel so inclined, drop a topic that around healing. Remember, my pillars for healing are based in self-love, purpose discovery, addressing inner child wounds, as well as energy alignment. So anything under those pillars, that is what you will hear me discuss here. And feel free to drop topics or things you want to learn more about. Talk about your own situation, whatever you're comfortable sharing. Put it in the comments for me. But anyway, like, subscribe. If it was valuable to you, share it with somebody even. I will see y'all on the next one. Y'all be well. I'm gonna do the same.